An excerpt from Business Relations by Carson, read by the author. Business Relations Design Plot. Interior designer Lucy Chivington is asked to entertain her neighbour's Italian cousin for the weekend and decides to take him to her family's country estate. Antonio Baldini has come to the city to interview candidates for a position with his property development company and agrees to accompany Lucy to her family home. The mutual attraction they feel soon falls apart when they return to the city. Chapter 1. The telephone was ringing as Lucy came through her apartment door. She put her shopping down on the hall table and picked up the receiver. "Hello, darling, it's Mother." A frown creased her brow, knowing from experience that her mum only ever called her darling or referred to herself as Mother when she was annoyed with her. "And hello to you too, Mother. I know I haven't missed any birthdays or anniversaries, so what have I done to cause annoyance?" "Lucy, that is most unfair of you." "Oh, for goodness sake, come to the point, Mother. We both know that you only call me darling when you think I deserve a reprimand." "Reprimand is too harsh, dear. I feel slightly put out that you cannot make the effort to come home this weekend. You know how much your father loves having the whole family together, and with Moira and James off to South America for 12 months, it would be some time before we can be together again." Lucy could hear the plea in her mother's voice and relented. "All right, Mum, I will see you tomorrow, but I will probably have to leave early on Sunday morning." "Wonderful. We'll see you then." And with that the line went dead. Sighing, she picked up her shopping and headed to her small kitchen. Whilst putting everything away, she thought of her sister Moira and husband James. They were both doctors and wanted to travel to use their skills to help youngsters suffering from drug or drink abuse before settling down to starting a family, and Colombia was their chosen destination. It wasn't that she did not want to see them, but as a freelance interior designer, it was either feast or famine as far as jobs were concerned, and at this present time it was famine. She used her middle names, Emily Marsh, professionally, as she did not want everyone to know who her family were and show her favour, and she submitted her portfolio to a developer building luxury waterfront apartments and had an interview at their head office on Monday. Perhaps a break in the country would be just what she needed to take her mind off her worries for a little while. She had been hired by Guy Darvell, but the assignment had been fraught with problems practically from the beginning. Guy's wife, Alicia, seemed to take exception to everything she suggested, and in the end Lucy gave up and finished the task as quickly as possible. But knowing that most of her work came through recommendations, it was a difficult decision to make, as her reputation would probably suffer. Lucy was an average 5'5" in height, but there was nothing average about her high cheekbones, green eyes, and golden hair, or her hourglass figure. She was stunning, but totally unaware that her beauty drew admiring male glances wherever she went, which was the reason for Alicia Darvell's unreasonable demands. She was jealous that her husband would find Lucy too distracting and wanted her out of the way as soon as possible. After making a light supper, she had just set the coffee pot on the stove when there was a loud knock at her door. Peering through the peephole, she saw her friend and neighbour, Irene Baldini, and quickly opened the door. "Hi, I wonder if you can help me out," Irene said a little hesitantly. "If you tell me what your problem is, then I may be able to answer that question. Why don't you come in and have a coffee, and you can tell me what it is you want." "Thank you, Lucy." When they had their coffee and were at the kitchen table, Irene said she was in a bit of a bind because she had forgotten her cousin was coming to visit, and as her boyfriend was going to stay over for the weekend, she would not be able to see her cousin. "Okay, what do you want me to do?" Lucy asked wryly. "If you could perhaps be available as a companion for the weekend, to go with him to the theatre or whatever, I would be forever in your debt." "Irene, I only have one bedroom. You surely don't expect me to put him up here, because my couch only seats two, and I am definitely not letting him have my bed," Lucy stated adamantly. "Besides, I have to go home this weekend. My parents are expecting me." "I don't expect you to put him up, you idiot. He is staying at the Royal Hotel, and I just need you to keep him company." "Why? Is there something wrong with him that he needs his hand held for a weekend away from home?" "Of course there isn't. His name is Antonio Baldini, and he is here on business, and thought it would be a good idea to spend some time relaxing this weekend before he gets engrossed in the business. Knowing that I live in the city, he contacted me a week ago and thought it would be a good idea to get together. Only I forgot all about it until he rang tonight. And the thing is, Doug got the chance of weekend leave, and I don't want to pass up the opportunity." Lucy really wanted to help Irene because her boyfriend Doug was part of a police special ops team and rarely got weekends off. Lucy stated she was not very sure how she could be someone's companion when she would be in the country visiting her family. Irene put her cup down on the table with a thump and said, "But that's brilliant! You can take him with you. A visit to a country home will make much more relaxing than city hustle and bustle." Before she could argue, Irene told her she would let her cousin know that her friend Lucy Chivington would meet him in the foyer of the Royal at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and drive him to her parents' home in the country. She threw her arms round Lucy, kissing her cheek, and almost ran out of the apartment. Thank you for listening. I hope you want to read more.